Hey guys, this is the Dragon Ball Z Part 14 of the HG series. Now, right off the bat, I can tell you that the Cell Juniors do not belong in this set, but because I got the perfect Cell, I bought the Cell Juniors, which do come in a different set, individually. Now, I got them very cheap on eBay because I was kind of a bad eBayer and swooped at the last second, like literally like 10 seconds left. I outbid everyone, and I know that's not the way you're supposed to do it. I'm a horrible person, but I really wanted these guys, and they come in a package of 2. Now, for a set of the 2 Cell Juniors, so just one package, it costs, I mean, the lowest one on eBay right now is like 13 bucks. And you know, you can almost buy a whole set with 13 bucks. So I wasn't going to miss out on the opportunity to get them for a few bucks. So I will be getting 2 more of them with a set that I'm getting later on, and then I will just need the last one to make 7 Cell Juniors like there was in the cartoon. Alright, enough about that. So this is part 14, and as you can see, it's a pretty healthy mix of heroes and villains. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Now, this set actually does not cost as much as some of the other more rare ones, but it's kind of right there in the middle. It's not as cheap as some of them are. So, I found it for like 30 or 40 bucks. If you look around, you can find it for that much. Some people are selling it for like 70 bucks. It's kind of crazy. Alright, let's look at these guys individually. Here's Zarbon in his beast form. This is a highly detailed figure, like most of them are. This guy's really cool. He has a really great expression. His hair is kind of coming up as if he's in motion. He's got a pretty cool pose going on. One thing I didn't like about him was that he actually came with a different piece, because they all come with like stands. This is supposed to like go under this knee and attach to the bar there, kind of like that. Set under the knee. Obviously, it's not actually hooked up, but I think that just kind of takes away from the actual character, and the pole itself actually holds him up, so you really don't even need that piece. I know a lot of people use that piece to display him, but I will not, because there's no need for it. Let's turn him around so you get a look back. The cape is pretty awesome. I mean, look at the sandpaper texture of his skin. That's pretty cool. Got the claws going on. The cape is kind of up in motion, and just looks really detailed all around. Pretty cool figure. Here's Dende and Mr. PoPo. Now they're pretty nondescript. I mean, they both got great expressions, but they're not elaborate figures, I guess. I am very happy to have both of them, because I like the side characters, and it's pretty cool to have Mr. PoPo and have Dende, and I have a Kami coming in that is extremely hard to find in the United States. I had to actually order it from France, from a different company than the people that make the HG series. So I will be showing that off later on. So like I said, I'm glad to have these 2, because I will have Kami behind them soon. Let me turn Dende around. Pretty cool. He has beads of sweat coming off his head. That's the little drops of white that you see. I think this was when he was calling a dragon, so he was pretty nervous. Here's Perfect Cell. Now, this figure is awesome. He is very cool. He has a great pose, a kind of cocky look on his face, which I will try to get a close-up of. The coloring, the stance, like I said, just all the detail, it's pretty impressive. Looks a little bit kind of side from behind, but He's standing straight up. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me try to get a facial close-up. That's pretty much the closest I can get with my awesome handy camera here. Sorry guys, but he's got kind of a smirk on his face, just really, really cocky, arrogant look, which brings a whole level of viciousness to the character, which I like. Now, I've been waiting to get this Trunks for a while. This is when he's really powering it up to become Ultra Super Saiyan Trunks, which is his very, very bulky, muscled form. As I've said before, Trunks is my favorite character, so this was definitely a very, very cool character figure to receive. The only problem I have is, I don't know if you can see it, he has two little paint chips, like little dots right there, and I didn't want to have the eBay that I bought it from send me out a new one. I could have, but I already did that once with one of my Gohans that would not stand up, and they sent it out, and I felt bad, but so I will live with the paint chip. But very cool character. His eyes are all whited out. He's just really, really powering up. Here's Gohan and his final Kamehameha against Cell and the Ghost of Goku cheering him on. I think this was a very neat idea. You can see his left arm is disabled, and I mean, they got the expression exactly right. They got his stance and everything. I mean, it's very, very neat that they did this two-figure scene, I guess I'll call it. You can get Goku in his, like, you know, not as a ghost. You can get him like flesh and bone, I guess, as a part of this set. You get to choose the ghost or him. So I'll get that figure individually later on, but I wanted the ghost behind Gohan for the time being. Let me show you him. Here's Frieza in his final form at 1% power. He has a really cool expression on his face. I don't know if you can really see it. His face is kind of downward, but very neat looking figure. Very thin though, very brittle. Not much to him. Cool stance, cool tail. Cool figure to have. So here's the Cell Juniors that I bought, and even though there's only 2 stances, like I said, I'm going to get all 7, and I'm going to display them in a kind of neat way. I'm going to hang them up, and I'm going to have some of them on the ground on their little stands that they're on right now, and I'm going to have some of them flying around Cell, the perfect Cell that I just showed you, and that way it's kind of that scene where, you know, he orders his children to attack the Z fighters. So but they're really neat. They're very, very small, but they got some funny poses, and I enjoy them. So alright guys, that is the end of part 14 of the HG series. Like I said, the Cell Juniors are not a part of that. I will do the review on the set that they actually come with once I get it, and that should be in the next couple of weeks. So until then,